All right, looks like we got some more breaking news here. All the news has been on Donald Trump as he has been raided at his Mar-a-Lago home by the Federal Bureau of Investigation as it pertains to classified documents that he illegally took with him. And so they had conducted a raid. They had got a search warrant in his home to receive those documents. Now we have released, there's been a report that has come out as to what those documents are about. And it appears that these documents are relating to nuclear information. So they're nuclear documents, presumably documents, relating to nuclear weapons, right? So this article says FBI were looking for, quote, classified nuclear documents during search of Trump's Mar-a-Lago home, report says. Government officials were reportedly concerned information was, quote, potentially in danger of falling into the wrong hands. Now, there's a separate story that I actually want to mention really quick, and that is Merrick Garland actually saying that he's actually going to release the search warrant. So what the news said was basically that Donald Trump actually received a search warrant. He received a copy of the warrant upon being searched. And so the question everybody's having is like, wait a second, you have the warrant and you're not releasing it? Because we all have so many questions. What's going on? What is this referring to? What is the purpose of this raid? Because different circumstances can make it more or less warranted, right? And so the fact that he's not releasing the warrant to give us that information, it's like, what? Why would you not give us the warrant so we can know more about what the raid is about? It's like, oh, like you're trying to hide something, doggy. Like that's what you're trying to pull here. So it says FBI agents were looking for classified nuclear documents during their dramatic search of Trump's Mar-a-Lago home, according to a new report. Comes just hours after Attorney General Merrick Garland said the Department of Justice had asked a federal judge in Florida to unseal the search warrant following a barrage of criticism from the former president and many Republicans. Classified documents relating to nuclear weapons were among the items that the FBI was looking for during their search of Mr. Trump's mansion on Monday. People familiar with the investigation told the Washington Post, quote, experts in classified information said the unusual search underscores deep concern among government officials about the types of information they thought could be located at Trump's Mar-a-Lago club and potentially in danger of falling into the wrong hands, the newspaper reported on Thursday night. The sources did not tell the newspaper if the documents related to weapons that belong to the United States or any other nation, or if such documents were found by agents. The DOJ and FBI declined to comment to the newspaper. Quote, if that's true, it would suggest that material residing unlawfully at Mar-a-Lago may have been classified at the highest classification level, said David Laufman, the former chief of Justice Department's counterintelligence section told the Post. If the FBI and the DOJ believed there were top-secret material still at Mar-a-Lago, that would lend itself to greater hair-on-fire motivation to recover that material as quickly as possible. The revelation adds a new layer of seriousness to the FBI raid. Up until now, Republicans had an avenue to argue his politicized movement to embarrass an ex-president. That ends with the knowledge that nuclear secrets are likely involved. Many Republicans on Capitol Hill, even allies of the former president, will be hard-pressed to give a good explanation for why documents about the nuclear capabilities of the U.S. or any other country could be stored at a Mar-a-Lago under any acceptable circumstances. So, it says such secrets, if they specifically relate to U.S. capabilities, would escalate the situation to a potential violation of the Espionage Act. I think you can be literally put to death under the Espionage Act, if I'm not mistaken. The World War I era law typically deals with the theft of information on behalf of a third party, but also deals with the improper removal and storage of any document detailing U.S. defensive capabilities. Earlier on Thursday, Mr. Garland confirmed that he personally approved the decision to ask a judge to grant a search warrant for Mr. Trump's property, said the department did not take lightly the decision to search a former president's home. So pretty much what we can see here is this seems to be the most important documents possible. And it also goes to tell us, why is it that Trump did not release that copy that he had of the warrant? Because it's like, if you have the copy of the warrant and the warrant is just like complete BS, if you're Trump, you release that warrant to show us, like, look at this ridiculous, search warrant or what they're actually searching for. They don't have any real reason. So I think that's probably the reason why. It's because it had the classified nuclear documents probably maybe on it. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not an expert. I don't know. I don't think anybody but the DOJ and Trump knows at this point. Trump and his counsel, that's who it's delivered to. But that's very serious, though. If you're literally talking about, top nuclear secrets, and that's going to rise up all the way to the potential, prosecution under the Espionage Act, he's obviously not going to get, super heavy penalty, but I think the highest penalty you can get on the Espionage Act is literal death, if I'm not mistaken. But he definitely wouldn't be able. I think you're not able to hold any office if you are found to, have basically taken classified documents for yourself. So these classified nuclear documents, this is definitely very, very serious for sure. And it makes more sense as to why they would conduct this raid if it was specifically nuclear documents. Why would Donald Trump keep these documents with himself? That's another good question. Is he trying to give it to someone else? Is he trying to keep it for himself? Are there emoluments involved? Only God knows. And there's so much more information to come out here. But knowing that they were looking for classified nuclear documents, it gives us more information as to, why the raid happened and as justification for the raid. Obviously, these are literally top secret, number one. It doesn't get, more secret than this. Very, very extremely serious, to the point where it could go up to the Espionage Act. That's some serious statutory, crimes that you'd be committing there. So who knows what the penalty for Donald Trump is going to be, but we're getting more and more information about the raid, and I'll make sure to keep you guys updated as everything develops.